Hi, Sam from Guitar Village here, and today at Centre Stage we're checking out the Martin D-18 Streetlegend. So, for those of you who have never heard of the D-18 before, this is a legendary Martin model. The 18 series, which is the style of the guitar, came out in the mid-1800s or so, but it wasn't until about 80 years later that they decided to actually put this style into a dreadnought guitar. And it was even later that they went for this square-shouldered dreadnought. So, a D-18, it's a square-shouldered dreadnought guitar, which is pretty big. It has mahogany back and sides with a spruce top and a mahogany neck as well. Okay, let's talk about the specifics of this actual guitar. Now, they've stuck with the traditional formula. We've got a square-shouldered dreadnought. It's got mahogany back and sides, a mahogany neck. It's got a spruce top too, so this really fits the bill. Let's talk about the bracing first. Now, over here, we've got the inside of what the bracing looks like on a guitar. They've used scallop bracing on this particular one. Now, I'll tell you the difference between regular bracing and scalloped. Effectively, this is regular bracing. We've got these straight lines here. And on scallop bracing, they actually dig into the bracing, making it lighter, which makes the top more resonant and sounds better effectively. Also with this, they've gone for forward shifted X bracing. So here is your X, as I'm sure you can guess by the shape of it. Effectively, they've just moved it slightly closer to the sound hole, and that gives you a little bit more bass response too. Let's talk about some of the relicing, because I think that's probably the elephant in the room that we should discuss. Now, every acoustic manufacturer, that does relicing has their own way of doing it, and Martin have gone for a really unusual technique with this one, which I actually quite like. Now, this is based off of Kurt Cobain's grandpa D-18, and we checked out some pictures of it because we kind of had a suspicion that it was. Martin haven't officially said that, but you can see there's parts where it matches up. Now, of all the pictures we've seen of these, they all look pretty much the same. And what we think is that they've effectively taken a brand new D-18, made it a satin finish, and they put like a really clever transfer over it. So it simulates all those wear marks and, the bits where it's worn through the lacquer there, these kind of dirty dents that would have been in there. There's even like a faux crack in there as well, which looks really cool too. Something that you typically would see on an old Martin. The only other parts they've really reliced, they've done the pick guard, they've kind of scuffed that up a bit to look quite genuine, and they've aged the tuners a bit as well. So, that's, Martin's take on the relicing, and what you get there, and I think what a lot of players will like, is you get pretty much a brand new guitar out the box that looks aged, which is kind of what you get with a Relic, but they've done it in a really interesting, unique way that I think a lot of players will enjoy. So my thoughts on this guitar after spending a bit of time playing it, talking about some of the relicing and things and getting to know it better, is that the D-18 It's such a versatile guitar. You can do flat picking on it, you can strum away, you can do finger picking, and it holds up really well. I would say it's slightly more tilted to strumming than finger picking, but either way it's going to sound great. If you're thinking of trying one of these out, it's a really playable guitar. The neck profile Martin have used is their low oval neck profile, which isn't heavily tapered, so it's pretty slim all the way up. And they've gone for the 1 3/4 inch nut width, which if you're finger picking, makes it so much more comfortable. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to check out any more about this guitar, the link will be in the description below. One of the biggest selling points of this as well, compared to a regular D18, is that this is going to be about £400 cheaper as well, so it's going to be a lot more accessible. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.